So when I got the chance to just jump into Ghost Hunters, I was obviously very excited about like, I'm going to go see a ghost. But one of my
Right.
skills has always been, and I've always told, you know, networks and producers this, I don't need to fake anything. It's not necessary because especially when you do it for so long, I'm consistently the only, producer, showrunner, creator who's never left the paranormal. And been doing it for, 25 years now, let's say, almost 25 years specifically in that genre. So it's a really good skill developed over time where I can look at data first and foremost, look at the information to set up the best chance of success, right? So the location, types of occurrences, frequency, most recent atmospheric conditions during that, history, history of people investigating or sort of causing phenomenon to happen, let's say, how they did it, what were the tools. And I just have a very natural instinct to see those patterns and put them together and repeat them. Like, for instance, Skinwalker Ranch. I went on to that show in season three. And I noticed, again, I read George Knapp and Com Kelleher's book in 2005, and I was obsessed and tried for 15 years to get there. And then when they asked me to run the show, I said, "Oh yeah, hell yeah, that's the only show I'll go back in the field for." But not only the study and the information that was available from prior to the show, but the two seasons they had, I went in and asked, "Hey, I see some things that seem to trigger phenomena that you do. First of all, is it real? Or was it for TV?" And they're like, "Nope, everything was real," which to their credit, nothing at all on that show, not a single thing gets faked whatsoever. And a lot of stuff just doesn't even get shown that can't be shown or that's not part of the story. So first and foremost, that's what's going on. And then, but it's also led by legit scientists who are not going to, get woo woo on something because they got to go down a path that's got potential to be measurable, right? If you're not going to be able to formulate an experiment, to conduct an experiment to gather data that potentially is repeatable or leads you somewhere else, it's not worth it. So, one of the first things I noticed was just how rockets seem to trigger phenomenon when they're shot into the anomaly above the triangle. And that was something that Travis Taylor was very, very keen on and big on and loved doing. And it was great that we were able to just lean into that, and it triggered phenomena. Now in other projects, I'll walk into a room and just feel like I got punched in the stomach, and then my eyes will water, and I'll get the tingles and you know goosebumps, and I'll say, "Get the cameras up," and things happen and then get caught. Um, but going back to setting yourself up for the best chance of success, knowing how you produce those things, oftentimes when you're making, let's say, sales tapes or even pilots with new companies that don't do this sort of thing, there's way too many people in the space. It's like, no, we have to be minimal footprint. We have to be quiet. Get everybody out who doesn't need to be here. No fumbling, no ACs running around following the camera. Like, you just can't do that. It's got to be, you know,
That's an assistant cameraman for anybody who doesn't know what he's.
yeah, you can't have people running and following. And of course, everybody wants to kind of follow around because it's like, oh, I want to see what happens. But generally, and I learned this on Ghost Hunters, it was a camera operator, the two lead investigators, myself, and an audio guy. And the audio guy almost always was outside of at least the room, if not the building, when he could be. And it was just us in the space all the time. And you take time. Nothing can be rushed.
Mark, is there